It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news today marks 2 weeks since the body of 8-year-old Noah Bush was found in a bar pit near the Mill Creek area here in Wayne County. Funeral services for Noah are set for this Saturday at 2 p.m. at Unity Church of God. The burial will be at Sunset Oaks Memorial Cemetery, Community Chapel Funeral Home in charge of all the arrangements. Public visitation is set for tomorrow from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Community Chapel Funeral Home here in Jesup. WIFO FM continues to follow this story, and on Wednesday talked with GBI Special Agent Stacy Carson. She tells us that the GBI has turned their findings over to the Wayne County Sheriff's Department and to the District Attorney's Office, and a news release will come from the Wayne County Sheriff Chuck Mosley, who we've been in contact with every day seeking more information. And again, we're told that soon a statement will be released with information regarding the death of 8-year-old Noah Bush. WIFO FM has talked with Noah's mother, his sister, and brother. All stated a similar opinion. They believe foul play was involved, that Noah was scared to death of water. On that fateful day, 4 juvenile boys walked to that area in Mill Creek. Only 3 returned home. The 3 other boys and their families said nothing about where Noah was or what happened to him. An autopsy has been performed. Still no cause of death has been reported. It's assumed that he drowned, but the autopsy should reveal the exact cause of death. And we continue to ask and hopefully receive a statement soon as to what actually happened on May 16th and how did an 8-year-old boy pass away. Again, his family is still waiting on those answers as well. And the funeral is set for this Saturday, 2 p.m. at Unity Church of God. Today at 2 p.m. at Reinhardt & Sons Funeral Home Chapel, a celebration of life services for well-known Wayne County resident Patricia Armstrong, who passed away on Sunday. And she owned and operated Armstrong Photography for years that was in business here in Wayne County. Former Chamber of Commerce president, a member of the Jesup Kiwanis Club. Family received friends an hour prior to the service. Dr. Felix Haynes officiating. Again, that's today, celebration of Patricia Armstrong's life. Again, she passed away Sunday, May 26th, in 1966, graduate of Wayne County High School, where she was a cheerleader and a homecoming queen. We'll be back with more from the school board meeting this past Tuesday, right after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Other news, we've got more from Tuesday's school board meeting where the school board opened up the bids for the new agricultural center and the new ROTC building, but after hearing the cost of the bid proposals, in the neighborhood of $8 to $10 million, the board has opted to back up and punt, to use a football analogy, which was stated by Chairman Bruce Harris of the board during the meeting, as after the board voiced their displeasure on how much the bids came in at. Superintendent Dr. Sean Kelly and the board discussed their options.
Happy with this, then obviously there is options that you have. Let me make sure that I give you advice on what your options are so that we don't misstep or stumble or something and open ourselves up to something a little bit later.
It doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, mean that they have to make it smaller. But you talk about the HVAC, like we don't have to get the top of the line appliances. There's a lot of money that adds up on the insides that there's going to be cheaper options and stuff like that too.
The night that I made the motion to let's go ahead and send it out for bid, if I remember correctly, I said the reason I made that motion is because all we were getting were estimates at the time. An estimate is not what you're going to pay, it's just an estimate. So I asked, let's just go ahead and get a bid, and we agreed to get a bid on the first revision. But I also remember us saying, if it's more than what we want, then we'll back up and punt and go again. This is what we asked for on that night, and if it's more than what we want, we can back up and punt and go again.
You can also do something that's called value engineering. So you can.
That's kind of what you received.
You can look at things that are in the current plans and remove things. I'll give you an example. For example, James E. Bacon. Okay, one of the things that was value engineered was that it removed all the gutters to save money. Okay. And if you recall, we had to come back and put gutters back in to do certain things. So, but you can value engineer. You can change appliances or not buy appliances, or you can put a different flooring in depending on, based on what is required. You can HVAC a smaller square footage, and so all of those things are options that you can look at as we go through the process. It's not something you have to decide on tonight or 2 weeks from now. I mean, you have time to do this. If it's a $5 million splost, you don't have to decide something today or tomorrow or this month.
Newly elected board member Kerry Yarber expressed his opinion. He said that he believed the bids were just simply too high Yarborough asked the superintendent to explain how the board got to this point, and the superintendent went through the timeline of the SPLOST being passed and the two main projects to be built, the new ag facility and the new ROTC building. Mr. Yarborough asked about a weight room, and the superintendent explained that the capital outlay committee that was formed, Dr. Kelly says the weight room was never mentioned.
Brings us to this evening, that is what we did. Now, the board has lots of options about what to do, what not to do, and those kind of things.
There was never a weight room, or refurbished
So
stadium.
if you're talking about the capital outlay.
And the only reason I'm asking these questions is, I know you don't know me and I don't know you, but I'm all about transparency
Okay.
and accountability.
So, Mr. Ray Davidson suggested in a meeting one day that we have a capital outlay committee to serve as an advisory committee with regard to capital outlay, which is usually what you spend SPOS funds on. So we formed a committee. Every board member, that then sitting board member, had to pick two people. Two board members were chosen to chair and vice chair the committee. I think you chaired. Mr. Davidson chaired, you vice chaired, because you can't have three board members in the same place at one time. And then we sent out invitations and met. One of the things that we were told is that ag and ROTC is one or two, either way, however you want to do it. I sat in every single capital outlay committee with Mr. Bruce and Mr. Evans. Okay, I sat in every single one of them. Okay, not one time ever was the words weight room mentioned. Now, there's a lot of people that say that it was, but I was there every single day for every single second. First one there, last one to leave. Never. What was mentioned is after ag and ROTC, we would either like to see a new stadium or a renovation to JC Stadium. And so we met several times, and there was talk about, what it would cost, how much it would cost to demolition and this and that. We might as well do this, we do that. Put it across the street, or we can renovate. And so we kept meeting. And then at one of the meetings, one of the guys in the committee says, why are we still meeting? Because we just keep talking about the same thing, and I'm paraphrasing now. And so I said, well, you don't have to meet. We can suspend the meetings. If you want to meet again, let me know. We'll form more meetings. Or if we have something else to bring to you, we'll have more meetings.
And once again, that's some of the discussion this past Tuesday at the school board meeting. The board was not scheduled to make any decisions on the ROTC project or the ag facility. The process was to simply open the bids and see what the bids came in at. And again, when the lowest bid was around $8 million, highest bid around 10, the school received 5 different bids. The consensus from the board is that the bids are just simply too high. Todd Wise suggested that the total cost be around $5 million for both projects combined, $4 million for an ag facility, $1 million for the ROTC facility, and no decisions made Tuesday. WIFO will continue to follow the story as it develops. The city commissioners meet today at 6 p.m. at City Hall to discuss their upcoming 2024-2025 budget. Also an executive session to discuss personnel, and also on the agenda, golf cart purchase, water and wastewater departments. Under old business, all health choice contract to be discussed. That taking place today at City Hall at 6 p.m. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, the Wayne County Commissioners meeting set for Monday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Commissioners meeting room. On the agenda under presentations and announcements, Mark Nichols regarding grand jury presentments. Under citizens' concerns, Thaddeus Buggs to talk about post-road slowdown signs, child playing, and upkeep of cemetery in Mount Pleasant. Dennis Grantham talk about using the names of deceased military for naming street, roads, and highways in Wayne County. Under old business, consider approve the EMS medical director agreement, which was tabled from the May 6th meeting. Also, there's a DFACS board appointment on the agenda under old business. Under new business, consider approve agreement with Georgia Department of Corrections for prison detail. Consider approve bids for fence and lights at the Recreation Department and pickleball courts. Consider and approve bids for vehicles for road department. Brandon Purcell to consider and approve Dairyland Acres Mobile Home Subdivision. Brandon Purcell also on hand to consider and approve Flint Branch Duplex Subdivision. Consider and approve minimum bids for property. Consider and approve agreement with Health Department to administer influenza vaccines for employee health fair. Consider approve MOU for water sewer for Board of Education Ag Building. Consider and approve changing the July meeting. And consider approve replacing a sheriff's vehicle. Several board appointments on the agenda as well. Items with the administrator, items with the county clerk, As with the commissioners' executive session, they do not have one. Again, that's taking place Monday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. at the County Commissioners Meeting Room. Summer feeding program in Wayne County is going to pick up this coming Tuesday, June 3rd, and ends on July 30th, every Tuesday and Thursday at the following locations: Martha Puckett Middle School, James E. Bacon Elementary, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, Odom Elementary, and the Sam Dreyer Community in Scriven, Georgia. The time each day, Tuesday and Thursday, from 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. Reminder, there will be no pickup on the July 4th holiday. This program is available for children ages 0 to 18 and for people with special needs. It's free of charge. It's a federally funded program. Meals for multiple days are provided in each bag. Breakfast and lunch provided in each bag. Pickup will be drive-through only. There is no on-site eating. Once again, the program kicks in on Tuesday. On Monday, Randy Trapnell with the food service program will be on hand to talk about the program that kicks in on Tuesday. Again, she'll be our special guest on Monday's Butch and Bob Show. Wayne County Catfish Tournament set for this weekend. Again, still time to sign up. Entry fee for the event is $200 per boat with one or two fishing in a boat. Each additional fisherman, $100. Big fish pot entry is $10 per fisherman. Registration can be done online at active.com or can be dropped off at the Tourism Board's office at the train depot. Registration packets are available online or the Jesup train depot. Again, the dates: the June 1st and 2nd gets underway Saturday, June 1st at 12 noon, continues until Sunday, June 2nd at 12 noon. The annual Wayne County Board of Tourism Catfish Tournament this weekend, June 1st and 2nd. That'll do it for the latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.